Hey everybody, it's John with Upstate Brush Control here on another forestry mulching. We're going to be doing some pond work today. So this job, there's a stormwater pond and it's actual like pond. So we're kind of in a commercial business, like big commercial warehouses, stuff like that. Commercial park, what it is really. And all the water that comes off here and everything comes down. There's a concrete spillway right there. On the other side, there's a spring fed over there. So combination of both. But what they want is this pond dam needs to be completely, well, they're only gonna do the face of it and then the top to where they can see. The backside, there is some brush on it. As of right now, they just wanna clean the face of it and then see what they got. Maybe down the road they might cut the whole pond, the back side of the dam. We're really not sure. They know they just want to get these willows. I'm gonna bring the 210 out here probably tomorrow and I'm gonna pull all that stuff out. Right now I'm just cleaning off the top to where I have a spot where I can get the 210 in here, pluck that off. Possibility of hydro seeding it or straw mat, but I don't think we can get a hydro seeder in here because this is our access point. It's gonna be too hard to get a truck and trailer and all that kind of stuff, and it's a couple 100 feet up this way. So I was really hoping to hydro seed it, just I had it figured in the budget for it, but I don't think it's gonna be feasible. You know, people are just gonna tear up their stuff getting in here, so we might just rent a straw blower and blow it in there or something like that. But so this is the spillway. I'm actually sitting in the spillway right now. The spillway needs to be completely re-cleaned. So that being said, we're gonna hop to it and start heading off that way. I'm really gonna try not to cut a lot of the stuff along the dam, is because the reason why is they want to be able to mow it. So, and they want it replanted, regraded, and as easily maintainable as possible. On the top, it's not that big a deal. You know, I'm gonna not gonna hopefully have it all right on the edge, but I'll keep it to the back side of the edge if I can, and the material. So they can, I mean, if they hit it once a year and it kind of looked like this, like tall grass and weeds and stuff like that, that's a lot easier to maintain. And these willows, you guys heard me talk about this, these things are relentless. If you just go down there and cut that right against that water's edge, that will sprout back up within a couple days. And you give it a season or two and those things will be 2 to 3 feet tall. So really the best way to get rid of those is to pull them out, be done with them, get them out of the way. Yes, it is good fish habitat and all that kind of stuff, but at the same time we have to be practical about the pond dam. That's what they're concerned about, is the integrity of the dam, keeping it clean. And DHEC is the one who's in charge of the pond dams themselves. And if they don't, some of them, I've talked to some inspectors, like, you know, it's fine, keep the brush somewhat cut back on the backside if there's nothing huge. The bigger the tree, the worse possibility. You know, they don't want to see this humongous oak growing on the backside of the pond dam. If it pulls or falls, can create a void, or roots rot and stuff like that, and it going through the pond dam to get water from the lake. But lots of things I can keep yakking about. I'm gonna get to work here, so let's get to it. The wire for the trap door got ripped off on Saturday, so I have no trap door. The guys from Sheerex hopefully gonna be coming out tomorrow, and we can assess what's going on there, and hopefully get some hydraulic. That's rocky. Hopefully be getting some hydraulic. You know what I'm trying to say. Instead of the electric door, hydraulic door. I need to check. Yup, 44 gallons per minute. Pushing a little hard there. I think it was 36 is what this is tuned for. That's all she needs. That's all this bad boy needs. That's all the Sheer-X needs is 36 gallons per minute, and she will rip. Rip, rip. All right. What am I doing here? Just thinking about the high flow that I set it on. I'll have to go back and look, but it seems a little slow. It might have been 38 gallons per minute, so I'm gonna bump it up. I should really check that out, but I'm gonna stop in a few minutes here and eat some lunch, but I'll look it up then. finished eating lunch, and so I brought the Mini down here. I pulled out this little edge right here. This is the emergency overflow, so this has to always be cleared in stormwater pond, and really it should be cleared in any kind of pond situation. So if a heavy rain event came through and the outlet got plugged, this is lower than the dam. This is probably 2.5 to 3 feet lower than the dam. Same thing over here on this side. And so a big rain event came in and it didn't go overflow the dam, it overflow right here. So there's riprap and stuff along the edges, on the edges right here, and it's kind of a narrow, goes down to nothing basically. And not supposed to have any trees or any material inside the emergency overflow, because if it did overflow, you want that water to be able to go over easily and not create like a dam or like, you know, a bunch of trees blocking it or anything like that. So I just grubbed that out real quick with the Mini. I'm not going to do a whole lot more today. I mean, I could do what I can with the Mini, but it doesn't make sense. I have the 210 and I'm going to use it and I can do it so much faster. If anything, I'll probably clean up this side a little bit right here with the Mini, just so whenever I sit here at the 210, when I turn, my tail swing doesn't get all into these trees. But I'll probably rip out a couple of this stuff on the edge. And like I said before, the majority is gonna be, all the material is on this. But I thought I was gonna have to like completely redo this edge here, but it looks like I might be able to get around with like doing spots, you know, a spot there. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of play it by ear. I think hydrocene is definitely out. It's too far. You know, the closest they could probably get a truck is right here. It's a couple 100 feet that way, but so we'll probably just run a straw blower and put out some seed out there. But this tree right here, this really shouldn't be, especially on this side of the pond. You know, if it's on the uphill side, it's really no big deal. I don't know, I hear all different kinds of things, you know, like those over there, those are not hurting anything. Those are nice shade trees. But anything on the pond dam side really shouldn't be there, in my opinion. Just in case you got an issue, you know, the pipe is running right through there somewhere. But there are so many of these ponds, especially where we're at, that I couldn't tell you. Well, there's a couple of them, but there's not a lot that I'll actually like 100%. If an inspector came through, he's like, oh yeah, you're good. But I don't know. It seems like it's almost case by case what they want to do. Anyways, so I'm gonna hop in the skid steer and mulch this stuff down, and then take the Mini, go up there, do a little bit of mulching. And I'm right over here in Duncan, South Carolina, and there's a truck wash right up the road here. And I was saying about getting the Kenworth wash before I head out today. But nice little pond. I bet you there's some bass in there. Oh yeah. But so yeah, here we go. Let's get this mulch down. You know what, I'm gonna put you guys over here. So I was gonna sharpen. I brought the sharpener and everything, and the second tooth, I busted the disc. I didn't want to mess this thing up right here, like completely destroy that. So we're just gonna go with dull teeth until tomorrow, and then we'll sharpen her up tomorrow. I say dull. It's not horrible. They're funny. All right, guys, I'm back over here. Got the 210. Been working on cleaning this brush right off the edge of the bank here. Ran into some kind of crazy looking bee's nest over here. Swarming like crazy, grinding it up. I actually got a shear axe over here, putting on the oh, what is that thing? The hoses for the sorry, I can't think. Sorry. They're putting on the hoses for the trap door. Ripped that wire off the other day, and they said they'd get me the hydraulic instead of the electric trap door. So they ran out and grabbed some hoses and parts and stuff like that, and I'm just carrying a lot of this material down here. I'm doing it in the emergency overflow. I was going to do a lot of it up along this pond dam and then along this edge that we cleaned off right here yesterday. But it's got a lot of mud in it, and I really don't want all that on this part of the dam, so I'm going to put a lot of it down over here, kind of out of the way in that emergency overflow over there. So that's kind of what's going on. I'm trying to clean up this bank as I'm going, getting it relatively close, and then for some reason I can't smooth out the greatest with this machine and pick up a lot of small material. It's just kind of hard. But yeah, so just kind of raking it out, and then I'll come back through with the mini and do like a final on it. But these bees are right down here somewhere, and they are just, I thought I found the nest, but if the queen would get out of there and leave. Look at them all swarming down there. AC I had on this 210, last job it was on was that pond dam. Well, I had it over at my property a little bit too, but couldn't seem to mess with a bunch of stuff and check the pressures, and it started working. It's not the coldest, but the compressor is working, and I think I just need to work on getting it cleaned out really good. I spent a little bit of time yesterday. I didn't have a ton of time, but I just need to get down there to the condensers and all that stuff and do a real good thorough cleaning on everything would be probably the best bet. But it's because before we couldn't get the compressor to stay on, but now the compressor seems to be doing what it's supposed to be doing. So I don't know. He wiggled or reconnected or something. I don't know. Frustrating. So I still have not decided what we're going to do with this pond bank. I'm thinking hydro seed, but I got one guy who might be able to get in here. I've called a couple people, but I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. I would love to hydro seed it and just be done with it. That way I don't have to do anything with it. I was trying to straw man that. It is going to be a bear. Because all these roots and stuff. All right, guys, I ended up going and getting the dozer. I really need to track this bank in, all the brushes off. I do have to do some hand work up there. It's like another 50 feet. I couldn't reach with the mini. I just got to cut it and beat it back. I did a little bit, and it's hot, stinking hot. So I was like, well, forget it. And I really need a blade on the weed eater, but so it's all grubbed and everything. So I really need to track it in, and then I'm going to start laying some of this debris right up here along the top edge, this stuff here. I want to get the pond dam done and then work on the spillway over there, kind of in the shade is my thinking. The guy's supposed to be here in a little bit to take a look at the hydro seeding, but we only had to clean off to where the dam stopped, and which is basically right at the end of those trees. I might end up mulching a little bit more than I was going to over here for them. Just take out some of those small saplings. It won't take me long to run through there. We'll just kind of see how it goes, but I don't know. I keep going back and forth on what to do, but it probably won't take me that long to hit a couple little things, just kind of clean up the rest of that for them, leave the bigger trees, just get out some of the little brush. They would probably like that. I'm here, I could do it real quick. It's not going to take me long. That's to be determined. But all right, I'm going to start right over there. I'm going to back down, track it in, and hopefully get this thing tracked in and get the dam wrapped up here. All right, guys, so real quick here, just kind of tell you why I do that. So cleating it in or tracking in, got a little squirrely right there. I remember when I was bailing out stuff, I took a big old scoop of water, and that spot right there is slick still from it, but I'll rake that out with a rake or something. But you can kind of see, so what it's doing is it's creating a little spot for the seed to stop as it's going to get sprayed in there. It's going to give it a little spot for it to stop and hold and slow that water down if it gets any washing on it, and it's helped packing it in a little bit. I mean, that over there looks really nice, but it really needs, this helps significantly, just running that dozer down it. I was gonna try to do it with the skid steer, but a little too slick for the skid steer, so it'll help. You guys see like big commercial sites, big banks, you know, they always do this to help with erosion. That's what it's all about. Get these vines out there.